Hello and welcome to my kitchen. I'm Judith. Today we are going to prepare some ribs. They aren't going to be cooked today. They will be refrigerated overnight and cooked tomorrow. But we want to get them started. So first thing, unless your butcher is very nice to you, you need to remove the silver skin from the back. The silver skin will make your ribs tough, chewy, and not as pleasant as you would hope for. So, is find the edge of it, and it is just a very, very thin membrane, but it is basically a tendon, and tendons are chewy. So once you get hold of the edge, it's fairly easy just to peel right off. You may not get it all in one go, so just keep working at the edges of it. Once you can get a good grip on it, you have a good chance of just peeling the whole thing off. And there we go. So the far end here doesn't actually have much in the way of silver skin, but we can just double check and see if this, yep, there it is. The next thing we need to do is put some oil on the ribs. Just any vegetable oil, safflower oil, whichever you prefer to use. And then we are going to put a dry rub on it. Now there is one that I do like, and I will never be able to pronounce the name of it. Zeged. It's a very nice dry rub. Unfortunately, I don't have a lot of it left. So I'm going to mix it with the dry rub that I made for the chicken that went on the barbecue the other day. You don't really need a huge amount. We want to do both sides, so we're just gonna go. And some oil on the meaty side as well. Now we're just going to move our ribs into a pan. And this is the pan we will cook them in, but we will be putting a rack underneath them at the time of cooking. And then we are going to cover them and place them in the fridge overnight. And we're back with the second step in our ribs. So we're going to take the foil off. These have been in the fridge overnight with just the dry rub on them. And they look lovely. Just as they are. We're not adding anything to them particularly at this time. There, that fits much nicer. What we are going to add to the pan is some juice. Now often I use apple juice, but I was doing some canning last year and I managed to can myself a couple of jars of peach juice. And we're just going to fill the bottom just up to the bottom of the ribs. We don't actually want them soaking in it. Now you can use any juice you prefer. Like apple juice is usually my go-to. I have peach juice right now, and that took pretty much a 500 ml jar. But you could use pineapple juice, orange juice, whatever you prefer. It's the moisture that you want. And if it's a little bit acidic, that's okay, because it will help to soften the meat. Now we're going to cover it back up, just with the same tin foil. And make sure you get a good seal on it, because you don't want all that juice boiling away, because it is going to go in the oven at 300 degrees for a minimum of 2.5 hours, maybe 3.5. And then once we have it cooked to our liking, we're going to pull it out and we're going to slather some barbecue sauce on and then brown it up. Alright, we've had them in the oven for 2.5 hours with the fruit juice and covered in foil. And we're going to take the foil off and take the check. Ooh, they'll taste absolutely wonderful. Let's see here. Ah, yes. Falling off the bone already. So what we are going to do now is put the barbecue sauce on. Now you can use whatever barbecue sauce you prefer or make your own. I just have some store-bought sauce here because the one I prefer to make is rather involved, takes a while, and it doesn't always turn out well. So just some store-bought sauce for chicken and ribs, and we're just gonna slap some on there and brush it around. And you don't want it really super thick. We will be adding more in about 15 minutes. So you can see in there, if you can, that the liquid isn't all gone yet, but it is quite a bit reduced from what it was. And it will reduce even more now that we've taken the foil off. So we're going to put these back in the oven. For 15 minutes, and we will put some more sauce on. And there's baby back ribs. Done in the oven, not the barbecue. But they come out so wonderfully tender. If you like the recipe, please consider dropping a like, making a comment, or subscribing. I'll have another recipe for you soon, and I look forward to seeing you again. Thank you so much for watching.